Hello everybody and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. On the last episode we went around and we did some quests and we did some of the bonding events during our free day. Hey there, good to see you. Oh, you're the person who was with President Toa when I first arrived at the academy. You've got a good memory. George Gnome, or Gnome. I'm George Gnome, second year, class 3. I'm also head of the engineering club. Urine Swarzer from class 7, right? Nice to meet you. Likewise. Toa told me you're helping the student council. You've probably got a lot to learn about the academy since you've just enrolled, but good luck with everything. Thank you very much. But I am curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yep, you can basically think of this as the Academy's very own Orbment factory. The engineering club has been in charge of maintaining Orbments here for a long time now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I assume you repaired all the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request too? That's right, I handle that stuff here at the engineering club too. I usually deliver them myself, but I'm a little too busy this month. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course. So, what do I need to know? Awesome. Okay, here's the rundown. As you know, I need you to deliver 3 Orbment products for me. First up is the Orbal Scale, which I need to deliver to the cooking club. The club meets in the home economics room on the 2nd floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. Nicholas from the cooking club. Home economics. Got it. Okay. The next 2 are both in town, so you take requests from people outside of the academy too? Yep, there's so much talk about the club that I started getting requests from people interested too. There's no reason for me to refuse them, so I do as much as I can to help them out. That certainly explains how you end up so busy. Sure does. The second delivery I need you to make is this antique Orbal lamp. This one's going to Milch? Yeah, I don't know. At the pawn shop. You'll find it in the southeast part of the central shopping district. It's kind of out of the way, so keep an eye out. An antique Orbal lamp for the pawn shop, understood? Last but not least, the final item I need you to deliver is the Orbal Witch wristwatch. Radio Trista is on the southwest of the central shopping district. Just let the receptionist know why you're there, and she'll call Michael down out for you. An Orbal wristwatch for Michael from Radio Trista. Ask the receptionist. Right, I can do that. That's everything. Let me give you the items themselves. I'll be sure to be careful. It's not going to be easy carrying all of those around, but I'm sure you'll manage. Just be sure to report back when you're done. Of course, I'll get started right away. Okay, so I need to go to the first area so I can get to Radio Trista. Close enough. Welcome to Radio Trista. How can I help you today? Is there someone named Michael here? I've got a delivery from the engineering club, and ideally, I'd like to take it to him directly. As a matter of fact, we do have Michael here. Let me call him for you. You can wait on the sofa over there if you'd like. Sorry to keep you waiting. You said you got a delivery from the engineering club for me? I do indeed. Here it is. Wow, he really did fix it up. That's some pro-level work. We're starting up a new show tonight, so I was feeling all nervous about a quick way to check the time. Things will be just fine now, though. I can imagine that would be pretty intense. Well, you know, it starts at 9 tonight, and if things work out, Radio Trish is guaranteed to see a pretty big increase in popularity, which will mean I'll be one step closer to achieving my dream of... Oops, sorry about that. I shouldn't be getting all excited like that and boring you with my life story. Not at all. I'm of the opinion about... Oh, God. Not at all. I'm of the opinion that being passionate about what you do is a good thing. Every time I talk, I keep reading the sentences, and I've been fighting back these yawns because they just keep popping up. And keep popping up while I'm trying to read. This job is pretty much my entire life at this point, really. But if you want to make me feel more alive, tune into the show tonight. You bet. Or I would if I had an Orbital radio. Well, gotta head back. Our sound producer's in there waiting for me. Normally, I treat you to some tea or something, but today's a really busy day. Tell George thanks for fixing my watch when you get back. Of course. Good luck with tonight's show. Okay, that's one taken care of. Main building. Oh, the pawn shop. I see it. I'm hitting all of the wrong buttons. You got some business here, kid? Or are you just window shopping? I do, actually. I'm here to give you something from the engineering club. Oh, George fixed that thing already? Well, hand it over already, will ya? Well, you're rude, aren't you? But right, this guy doesn't seem too friendly. The kid does nice work. I swear. Why does being a pawnbroker have to be such a pain sometimes? Who'd have thought that an item break right after I paid for it? That's a pretty nasty surprise. Did you get a lot of students in here? Do you get a lot of students in here out of sheer curiosity? Fair few, sure. What, you looking for some money? I don't lend money to kids. You kids can think of this place as an exchange store. So, like items for trade. Oh yeah, I think I got something in a while back that a kid like you'd like. Okay. It's yours as a way of saying thanks for the delivery. Blade deck. Blade? Is this a card game or something? Seems that way. Some good for nothing second year brought it in. Can't say I've ever bothered to play. But you can give it a try or don't. Or burn it. For all I care. I didn't pay for it. Thanks. That's really nice of you. I have a strange feeling that he just gave me this because he didn't have anywhere to put it. But, oh well. Oh yeah, another thing. My shop's got the finest selection of curios in all of Trista. If you don't see anything you like, come back later. I change up the goods sometimes. When I feel like it. Anyway, see ya. Thanks for the delivery, and enjoy playing cards or whatever. Anytime. I'm probably not gonna come back here very often. I guess, maybe. At this shop, you can exchange certain items for rarer or higher quality ones. You can also buy some of the items you might have missed in previous chapters as curios. And as for the card game Mika just gave Reen, you'll be able to play that later in the game. At Mika's pawn shop, you can purchase curios. An item on offer will change each time you enter the shop. You might even find rare items you've missed from chests and somewhere else. Somewhere here. Huh. Probably not gonna be here often. Because I don't like his mouth. Well, that should be all but one. First floor. Main building. First floor. This map is actually a tad bit confusing for me. I'm still trying to figure out how to read it. Okay, I think I see it. Is it this room? I think so. Excuse me, Principal. I'm Reen Schwarzer of Class 7. Ah, good. I've been waiting for you. Oh. Maybe this was not the right quest. He looks even bigger up close than he did at the entry ceremony. He must be what? 2 arf tall? I don't know what that is. Toad tells me you've accepted my request. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your free day to assist me on this. It's no problem at all, sir. So, you're looking for someone to further investigate the underground area of this old schoolhouse? Precisely, and I couldn't have found a better man for the job considering your class was down there so recently. Incidentally, it was Sarah who insisted on making use of that trapdoor, not me. I probably should have tried to stop her, however, please do accept my apologies. Oh, not at all, sir. You have no reason to apologize. I kind of already figured she was behind it anyway. I mean, it stands to reason. Getting back to the matter at hand, there are a number of interesting stories regarding that old schoolhouse. The gargoyle you fought is just a drop in the bucket, all told. Now that you mention it, I did get a distinct impression while fighting it, and it was no ordinary monster. It was almost as if, indeed, almost as if it wasn't a monster at all, but a demon. Perhaps the word fiend might fit. In our experience, if left alone, it will always regenerate to its original statue form eventually. Really? Yes. And as a result, the area has long been used by students in tests of strength. But in the past year, many strange alterations have been occurring there. I received reports ranging from doors appearing out of nowhere to strange and eerie voices in the darkness. I see. So you'd like me to go and investigate whether there's any truth to these reports then? If possible, yes. Specifically, I would like to ask you to walk through the underground area and check for any significant changes since last month. A task for which you are uniquely qualified given your prior experience down there. I suppose that is true, and I'd be happy to undertake this mission. Though, if that gargoyle has regenerated, things could get a little tricky. If it turns out to be the case, I would have no objections at all to you turning back. I should also stress that I'm making this a request to Class 7 as a whole. By all means, do ask your classmates for assistance. I'm certainly not expecting you to go it alone. Oh, understood. I'll do just that. Splendid. I believe you'll be needing this then. Old schoolhouse key. It's the key to the front door of the old schoolhouse. Best of luck to you, and please be safe. Indeed. Thank you, sir. Okay, now where was I actually supposed to go? It was supposed to be on the first floor of the building, right? No? I'm so lost now. Well, okay. Guess I'm just gonna go back to the engineering club then, since I don't know. There are 3 places. One is here at the academy. Yeah, you gonna tell me where at the academy? Because that's what I'm kind of lost at. I hate when they do that. Okay, let's see. Cooking club, second floor. It's the second floor. I really have to get used to this map. Hey there, you wouldn't happen to be here to join the cooking club?
Oh, guys. I couldn't even get out the word cooking. My throat is so dry.
Oh. Hey there, you wouldn't happen to be here to join the cooking club, would you? Not exactly. The engineering club asked me to deliver something for them. Is this what you've been waiting for? I'm gonna say waiting for. Orbital scale. Yep, that's orbital scale as George speaks, alright. I don't know how he works so fast. I'd really be lost without him. George's many talents aside, I didn't even know tools like this existed. Pretty impressive, isn't it? These can provide more accurate and minuscule measurements than any analog scale. If you put a container full of ingredients on there, it'll even subtract the container's weight for you. It's handy. I'd believe it. You don't have an interest in cooking by any chance, do you? I haven't given it much thought, to be honest, but I am kind of curious. I'll be cooking for myself from now on anyway, right? You'd be surprised at how many students here can't. Here's the thing. The cafeteria might be cheap, but it still costs more Mira than making it yourself would. Have you even tried to cook anything yet? Not yet. I don't even know where to start. Which means you're a virgin as my olive oil. Okay. If you want to start cooking, I'd recommend you start cooking. Just make something, doesn't matter what. Tell you what, I'll even give you this to get you started. Recipe book. And to top it off, here's a really easy recipe to get started on. It's so easy. I've got all the ingredients you need right here. Help yourself. So maybe that's what the stuff is I get from Monsters. You can use their like ingredients and stuff. That's cool. Thank you very much. This recipe book seems like it'll be a helpful companion, but are you sure I can have it? Sure, we got tons of them. If it sparks a fire for cooking in your heart, it'll all be worth it. Got it. I'll be sure to get some use out of it then. Well, thanks again for bringing me my orbital scale. And pass my thanks on to George for fixing it too. Will do. Great. That's all 3 delivered. Time to report back to George. You can now access the recipe section of the notebook. Now you can take ingredients and turn them into delicious, delicious food. You can receive recipes from various people, but that's not the only way to get them. You might find that while searching specific areas, cooking, or even just trying new food or drink. Cool. Oh boy, that's a lot. You can use recipes and ingredients to make foods by selecting I'm actually not sure what that says, but okay. From the camp menu or pressing select and then choosing recipes. Okay, so that says superb dish, regular, peculiar. Is it an attack dish? And unique dish. These words are just getting smaller. The hardest ones for me to read are the blue ones. So all of these highlighted in blue is stuff like important and stuff. It just makes it really hard for me to read because it's like a really light blue on my screen. It's so light, it blends in like a light. It's like when you turn on the light in your face and then it just blinds you. Yeah, I can't see it. Kind of just blurs out and blends in with the rest of the screen. It sucks, but I get the gist of everything. Oh hey, seems like you're done with those deliveries. All 3 of them. Nice work. So, now that you finished delivering those, what did you think of the places you delivered them to? Well, they're certainly all unique. None of them are places I'd normally go either. I might have wandered into the home economics room eventually, but not the pawn shop or the radio station. Yeah, I don't think most students would. The pawn shop in particular, kind of hard to find too. That's true. But now I feel as though I have a general idea of where most of the main places in Trista are thanks to this. It almost feels like this request benefited me more than it did you. Well, that's nice to hear. You spoke to Michael while you were at Radio Trista too, didn't you? Did he tell you anything about the new show they're starting up? He did. It starts at 9 p.m. tonight, doesn't it? I figured he'd mention that. He's thrilled about the show, and that enthusiasm is infectious. How about you? Are you planning on tuning in? I'd love to, but, oh, you don't have an Orbital radio. In that case, here. It's all yours. Wait, really? It's the latest model, too. Same one I've got. You helped me out big time today, so it only seems right to pay you back. Are you sure? Of course. I bought it for research purposes, but I never really found the chance to make any use of it. It'd be a waste to just leave it here, collecting dust, so I'd be thrilled if you actually got some use out of it. This is similar to the girl who gave me that, whatchamacallit, pendant, whatever, the accessory. Well, if that's the case, thank you very much. You're welcome. Oh yeah, there's something I'd like you to tell the rest of Class 7 for me. Oh. Instructor Sarah came to me with a request the other day. Long story short, she left me in charge of doing maintenance on all of your Arcus units. No kidding. Like I said, the engineering club is basically Thor's Orbital Factory, so yeah. And of course, I'm pretty much interested in your Arcus units myself. So if you need help with anything Arcus related, come visit me here, and I'll sort it out. Good to know. Part of me feels bad adding to your workload, but it's a relief to hear that you'll be the one in charge of this stuff. That's quite the compliment. Alright. I also meant to ask, you know about Sepith masses, right? You mean the stuff that monsters sometimes drop with regular Sepith? Exactly. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how handy regular Sepith can be. I think you should tell me because I don't know. But Sepith masses have tons of impurities, so they've never received much attention. But recently, someone discovered a way to efficiently extract Sepith from them. Is that so? Oh, it's so. Thanks to that, most shops are willing to take them off your hands at a decent price nowadays. There's no point in holding on to them, so go ahead and sell them if you find any. A little extra money never hurt anyone. Sounds like a good deal to me. Will do. I think I'm just about talked out for the day. Thanks again for all your help. Here's hoping we can keep exchanging favors. Ditto. We'll be counting on you. Yay, I completed a quest. It's a main quest, so. You can now use the Academy's Orbital Factory. Okay. At factories, you can use Sepith to unlock slots in your party's ordnance. To do this, select Modify, Exchange, and then something that I can't see. If you don't have enough, something I can't see, the word just gets smaller and smaller. At factories, you can use Sepith to synthesize quartz. To do this, select Modify, Exchange, and then quartz. If you don't have enough, I don't know, the number or something. You can use U materials to customize your weapons at the Orbital Factory. To do this, select OK. Furthermore, Sepith masses can now be exchanged for Mira within any of the shop's exchange menu. Regular Sepith can be exchanged too, but do remember, they're also used for synthesizing quartz and unlocking slots. Masses, on the other hand, are useless, and can thus be freely exchanged for Mira. useless to them. So, do I have them? What's more important? What's the best thing to use? Should I go straight to the level 2s? Or the level 3? I don't know. Not really sure what the point is. How much Sepith do I have? Oh, is that it? That's how much it takes? Well, I have enough to open the level 2s. Okay, I think I get it. Can I, like, buy orbment from him, though? I do like the needle shot, so I don't want to, you know, like... Oh, no, that's just switching it. Oh. Okay. Crest. 1, defense plus 25, 4 turns. Grants earth protection to raise defense. Cool. I have to come back here sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here sometime. But I'm not really sure if that's buying or just like making stuff and stuff. I don't know. Phew, that was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. It feels good though, kind of fulfilling. But now that I think about it, George might have made that request specifically for my sake. I feel like I know a lot more about Trista and the Academy now that I'm done. Who's that? If she's hanging around here, she must be a member of the engineering club, right? And that big thing next to her wasn't here before either. What could it be? Well, it doesn't matter now. I've got another request to finish. Yep, and I'm gonna head over there now. Huh, it got all quiet. Once I start exploring the schoolhouse, I get the feeling I won't have any time left to do anything else today. So before I go in, I should check and make sure I've taken care of everything else on my to-do list. After you finish exploring the old schoolhouse, the time of day will advance to evening. As a result, all daytime bonding events and quests will expire. There we go. I wonder if anyone else might be interested in exploring this place with me. I should try calling them. Okay, you can use your Arcus to call other members of Class 7 for assistance in investigating the old schoolhouse. However, some characters will only be available to help after the story has progressed a bit further. Can I not? Oh, come on. I don't want to. I wanted to go alone. Can I, like... Can we not? Fine. 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 I was hoping I could go alone. Can't believe we're coming back here again. I really don't think this is a good idea. Well, that's because it probably isn't. And neither of us would blame you if you turn back. It's not too late. No thanks. I'll come with you. We've got the practical exam next week after all. I need to familiarize... Oh boy, that one was just extra bad. I need to familiarize myself with the orbital staff as much as possible before then. Besides, if I turn back, I just wind up worrying myself sick about the two of you. Well then, that's very kind. Thank you. There are only 3 of us, though, so we'll need to watch each other's backs and proceed with caution. The underground area should be just through the main door, correct? Yeah, that should take us right to the room where we fought that stone gargoyle. Best to go that way rather than falling through the trap door again. No arguments here. I really hope that thing hasn't regenerated yet. I kinda hope it did. That was a fun battle. Well, that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please share it around with the people that you know. But until the next episode, I will see you all later.